Welcome back to another episode of the Sleepless Rant podcast with your favorite host, Sam Menace.
And your favorite host, Melody.
That was a high pitched voice, very hot.
Your favorite host, Melody.
Fake laughs. Hey,
Bankruptcy is my best friend. I am in bankruptcy.
and on this episode, we're talking about bankruptcies. As a lot of people, I'm assuming, would know these days of how much of a struggle it is. A lot of companies are going bankrupt and into a liquidation because of everything going up in prices, I suppose. Not good for us, we're kind of screwed if that's the case. Matty's lost something. What have you lost? No?
Cool. I'm rubbing this off.
Okay.
Cool. Oh, that's hairy. Don't mind me, peeps.
She's doing her own thing. So lately, obviously, everywhere's it'll be roughly the same all over the world, like bankruptcy stuff for companies. But
Depending if you're doing well, then good on you.
yeah, if you're doing well, good on you. Good job.
If you're going bankrupt, well, good luck in the afterlife. If you make it. You might be dead afterwards.
Yeah, so lately, the past year or so, or even one just recently, a lot of transport companies have been going under, unfortunately. Obviously names won't be mentioned, but
I'm going down. I'm going timber.
I don't think timber transport's going down anytime soon.
You don't get the gist of the song.
Yeah, I know, I do. It's okay.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
If you live in Australia, you would know the amount of transport companies that would have gone under.
That's if people care.
That's if the people.
Not everyone cares like you. Sorry, I had to put it like that.
Okay.
I'm not interrupting you. I'm just putting out my facts.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Yes. If you are aware of the news, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people, especially with one of the massive refrigerator companies going under here in Australia, everyone would have seen on the news about it. Supply chains and all that on the news about Coles and Woolies and everything trying to find solutions, but not just with them, but even smaller companies lately been going into liquidation, or just going completely bankrupt, or even just closing their doors for service. A lot of them, especially a lot of them are.
What are you doing?
That's all you wanted to do, and you rubbed out all that work.
Oh,
I had work on there. She rubbed it all out just to help me.
It was all useless. It's everything we already know. Don't look at me. Do your work.
No.
Do your homework.
What homework? I've never done homework in my life.
That's a bullshit lie.
Huh?
Huh?
Did you say that's a lie?
No.
What did you say?
I didn't say anything.
Well, anyway, I never did homework. I never wanted to do homework.
Oh, like every other kid. Anyway, boss, that's the point.
Yeah, so anyway, yeah, unfortunately, a lot of even family businesses, they've just been closing their doors through the year, just because they're just not either making not enough money, or they're looking to retirement, or even so I think one's company even bought a major massive logistics company here in Australia bought out another smaller refrigerator mob. So they're using them for obviously this type of stuff is obviously for the transport nerds out there like myself. Who knows the transport. One of their parents is working in the transport industry. And just interested in the industry itself. Obviously, with me, my father. Move it to your that way. A bit more. There you go. Closed. Does that mean you're closed for business?
No, I'm talking about the transport shit. That's what I did.
Yeah, so obviously, like, people like me, my father's been a truck driver for 30 plus years. So, obviously, I've been with him since I was a little lad. Going with him in the truck. Hey, it's like your pops.
Don't talk shit about bar pops. I'll beat
I'm-
your ass.
I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying it's like your pop.
You know what? I'm gonna take you to his fucking memorial and graveyard.
We're going on a trip to see her family in the next week when this podcast goes out.
Hey, don't be talking about my family like that, man. The fuck?
Warning, I gotta put a warning thing now saying like warning earphone users
So-
scream.
Can you make up your mind, boy? Like, can you make up your mind?
About what? Life?
No. Play back what you just said.
I don't remember what I just said.
You know, you're gonna put in the video that you're supposedly gonna edit now.
No, you're editing it. Okay, sorry. That's if Maddie wants to add it to give people warning if they go deaf from that
Yes.
scream.
Because I do a lot of video editing and I run 2 channels. I do most of it. No digs at Sam. Quite literally, no digs.
Yes. Yes, she does. You do a lot of heavy lifting around doing this stuff. You know, running. You got 2 channels you're looking after. You're doing editing.
Quite
for both of
literally,
them.
if you see a lot of editing done and all that, and you're wondering who does it, if you think it's shit, it's most likely me.
It is her, ladies and gentlemen, and she does a good job of it. It's not like
It's just more the fact that I've got to get better at video editing. Like basic editing is easy. It's just more the advanced. It's just for more the fact that if I'm willing to go through the effort and patience, like I've got patience all that. It's just learning and all that because I'm just like, I will sit there and like, yeah, no, I'm done.
Like I said, you definitely with the mind you have with tech and stuff like that, you know, you've literally pulled apart your Xbox and my PS4 and cleaned them both. You literally took it all apart. You knew what each part was, like hard drives and stuff like that, obviously.
Oh,
and
that's
you were able
only
to put it
because
all
I've
back
been
together.
around technology my whole life, and I've basically watched my stepdad, or as I call it, dad, literally rebuild computers and fix them up and sell them. Literally old computers, the ones that had the big box in the back.
The big boxy for the young generation that don't know. You know, that's what computers and TVs were.
Unless they're into a lot of computer stuff, then they
that's
would
a
know.
different story.
But yeah.
Yeah, well, that's it as well. You know, you literally like me. You've grown around up. You know, watching like you said, watching your dad. Fiddle with technology, and you know, tech's being a thing. Your biggest thing that you're most interested in.
What literally, to me, I'm not sure. Like most of my family will say otherwise, but to me, I feel like I am the black sheep of the family. But in certain situations, but when it comes to technology and passwords, everyone comes to me in my family. Or at least they used to. Because I used to know how to do everything. Or, matter of fact, I literally had everything in my room that somebody needed. If someone would be like, oh, do you have this? Yep, there. Bring it back when you're done with it.
With me and my family.
I mean, that's why I have a full drawer of useful things. You're like, oh, do you have this? Yeah, it's in my drawer. That's the type of person I am. I'll get things even if I don't need them, or even if I do need them, and I'll just put them in a certain spot, and if people need it, I'm like, oh yeah, it's just in that drawer down the bottom next to this. Because the thing is, this has gone way off topic from what we're talking about right now.
Right.
But what? The amount of ADHD videos I've watched, I'll look and I'm like, wow, this is what I'd do. I'm not doing impersonation or anything, or claiming that I've got ADHD, but to me, in my point of view, I feel like I'm undiagnosed. No disrespect to any people who do have it. There's all different signs of ADHD and all that shit. But with the things that I do, and you probably have picked up on it. It seems to me that I do have it. There's a few things that I brought up to my mum, when I was a bit young. She's like, no, you don't have this. Because she doesn't, like, some people don't witness it.
Mm.
Unlike, like, because obviously, like, now that I live with you, you've witnessed a lot of things that I've done and all that
Yeah.
shit. And, like, you would obviously be like, yeah, she could possibly have this
Mm.
and all that. But the only thing I've ever been diagnosed with was depression.
Yeah.
But, like, there are, like, I believe that there are some things I am undiagnosed with.
That's kind of like almost the same with me.
Like I said,
I know.
no disrespect, I'm not, like, these type of people out there on TikTok and all that saying, oh, I've got this. I'm undiagnosed with all this. I am not fully aware if I am if I've got this whatsoever. I'm not claiming that I do.
You're just self-diagnosing because of the amount of stuff you do. Like, you know, you can't do
I
certain
can't sit
stuff.
still. Like, obviously, as you
Yeah.
can tell right now, I'm literally, like, on the whiteboard just drawing and all that because my mind can't stay still.
Mm.
Like, even if my mind sees something, like, my mind just changes automatically and be like, this is how you are now. Like, I can't help it. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Like, even before I see videos of something that I've been doing beforehand, I'm like, maybe possibly I've got ADHD, but even though I'm not diagnosed, I'm not claiming to be.
Yeah.
Because, you know, people these days, like, get triggered with the fact that people are faking it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not claiming to be ADHD.
And I do back her up on this. Like, so she's not faking doing this ADHD thing. Like, I think she does have it. She just it's not high. It's not like big.
It's not, like, major. Like
it happens.
There's, like, some things that may be, like, sometimes noticeable, but there's things that, like, are not noticeable and all that. Because around certain people, I contain myself because only people see a certain side of me. But, like, with other people who have been around for a long time, I'm just comfortable. And, like, these things that I do, I don't do just for the fun of it. It just happens.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is. Like I said, I'm not claiming, I'm not diagnosing myself. It's just my opinion.
Yeah, which is fair enough.
But that's off topic. We're going off track. I just had to put that out there.
No, I know. Well, like I said, to continue what you said, like, I'm with the big, you know, being the black sheep and all that. You know, it was the same with me. You know, being the oldest child in my family. Obviously.
Like, another thing, because what ADHD, there's like a lot of side effects. Like, for example, like OCDs being one of them and all that. Because there's that many things and all that. And the amount of people who claim to have, like, different disorders. And I'm not throwing this at you either, because I know you say some things as a joke. But, like, for example, like, autism, like I said, I know you say it as a joke. But, like, between us and all that.
Yeah.
Guys, he's not autistic and all that. We just make a joke between each other because that's just how we are.
That's the relationship. If you don't have that, then, well...
Yeah. Well, like I've told you, I've got a baby cousin who's actually got autism.
Autism, yeah.
And, like, I've seen the worst to, like, now he's, like, medicated and all that. Like, he's good. But there are all different sorts of people out there that have different symptoms to different, like...
Well, you look at my younger cousin.
Yeah.
What is it? What does she have? It's not. Is it autism? Is it autism or a little bit ADHD?
No, it's a sign of it's a stage of autism.
So it's practically what it is.
Because it's
autism is just a way for ADHD. Call it another way of an ADHD.
No. ADHD, like, guys, don't come at me for this. This is just from my research that I've done. Autism and ADHD are two separate things. Because with ADHD, there's they both weigh the same amount, but with autism, the thing is, like, you could be, like, non-verbal, there's, like, if you look up this, like, different signs, there's different stages and all that. it's completely it's not the same as ADHD, even though they do have a few same characteristics in some ways. They're different as well.
Yeah.
Because like I've been around kids that are very non-verbal. They don't like to be touched. Like me, with some people I don't like being touched regardless.
Yeah.
And it's just more people that I'm comfortable around and all that.
That's kind of normal a little bit as well. Like, there's some people are like that, you don't want to be touched by strangers that you don't know, but you're comfortable.
Oh, it's not even just strangers. It's people like that I know of, or like just family in general. Like, there's certain people that I just don't allow to touch me.
I think that's kind of the same in my family, almost. Like, it's not the fact that I have autism or anything like that, but it's the way I've been raised, I suppose. Like example, like literally, a lot of families, like healthy families, they would, they would talk about their feelings. They would go out to lunch, do all like stuff like you look like, no offense to any girls watching this either, but like a lot of like people in the story, how like older daughters and
before you continue, simple as this. We're not here to trigger anyone by what we say. This is our opinion and the things in our life and how we view them, our opinion on our life. It's not to trigger anyone whatsoever.
No.
We're not here to like say, oh, you don't have this.
Yeah.
But we are well aware that a lot of people have different symptoms and all that. We just
say what we think.
Exactly, and our views of things. Because, like, obviously I've been around a lot of people with all these types of different mental health issues and all that to understand the difference.
And this is the thing, like I said, some of it could be right, most of it could be bloody wrong, for all we know.
I mean, well, besides the fact that I have done a lot of research on different, like, mental health issues.
But the thing is, though, like we keep saying, every single person is different. One could be worse, it could be completely different to them what type of autism or whatever they have. Well,
the best way to put it is, what Billy's saying now these days is, they're on the spectrum. The spectrum is, like, on the line of, like, what they have.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, there is a lot of different... It's like... And I'm not claiming that it is this way. It's like having cancer and all that. There's different stages and all that. Like, you get the lowest, which is stage 1, which is you're like... And you're good still, you're getting treatment and all that. That depends if they catch it early.
Yeah, that's
you're in good luck. But if you catch it like stage 3 or stage 4. Stage 4, you're at a lot of risk. Stage 3 can still be helped, but you're at risk still. It's just different stages. Like stage 5 is like literally the worst. You can't be helped. The best you can.
Screwed.
Sorry.
You're screwed practically.
Yeah. Unless you have a major turnaround, then it's a miracle.
Yeah,
you literally need a miracle if you are at stage 5.
Yeah.
And it's basically like, at this rate, there's that many different categories that have different, like, that hit stage 5. Unless you go to AA, then that's a different story, because there are a lot of stages there.
Yes.
From what I know. But anyway.
Anyway.
We've gone way off topic here.
No, it's probably
on a very important subject, anyway.
It's not that important. Like I said, a lot of people listening to this probably think like, more.
Have you seen the views on it?
No.
We don't get that many.
Jesus.
I'm not trying to out people here, but we don't get that many views, even though we're still fresh.
Yes, we know.
I mean, no, did you actually... I love how we've gone so far off topic from what we were talking about.
Well, what's new? We always go off topic of everything. We have one thing to talk about, then we start talking about it, and then we start talking about relatable stuff, and then more.
How do we get back onto the topic we were originally talking about? Bankruptcy, where you're going on about before we even went off onto some other talking about
autism and shit.
Yes.
How the fuck does
I don't know.
Bankruptcy and autism? Do you have autism?
No,
do you get autism
because
from
I was
bankruptcy?
busy playing on this, and you just out of nowhere just said, "Oh yeah, she's got ADHD." I'm like, hold on. Hold on.
I think you're like, hold on, we gotta get into details now.
Yes.
So you're
Vic-
like me. You want to get into details stuff.
It depends though. Depends on what it is. Like for example, if it's trucking, I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm just not interested. Like I like it, but I'm just not that interested.
You are what you just said. You know, you're okay being around trucks. You don't want to actually be in them and do the whole thing about them. Suppose. I don't know.
ADHD.
Yeah, that's ADHD for you.
It's quite literally when you were just talking about that, I was like, yeah, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
It's similar to this. If you're not interested in it, you don't want to talk about it.
Well,
Most
yeah.
of my life. Oh, come on. You know, most of my life is trucking. And trucks.
Well, technically, it's
Don't you
not
start.
all your life, but you still had school and then work.
Guess what? I've been in trucking since then as well.
Back in 1895, when
Not
I was
that
a little
old.
boy,
You
I was
might
trucking.
be that old. Or your spine might be that old, but...
I didn't call my spine anxious.
Yeah, I am.
Sound like
Because you sit there for like an hour and a half, and then you stretch your leg, and it feels like you've been in like a 6-hour car ride.
only because it doesn't. Only because my back is not getting the support it needs.
She's been hit and like ran over a few times. That's why her back is fucked.
Look, we don't need exposing me, okay? I mean,
Yeah, we are.
I don't care that we're exposing me. I have no care in the world, as we all know.
You'll be like, yes, alright, yes, I've been broken, yes, what's new?
I
Let's
mean,
go.
well, what the worst is what having a dislocated shoulder.
Yes.
I mean, like I said, I already told you that story.
It's very interesting.
Honestly, I'm surprised I was not crying.
Well, I said,
It was only because I think it was just too much adrenaline in me at the
I was
time.
going to say you're in shock.
Yeah.
That's what it would be.
Because what, quite literally, like, as I've told you the story, but I haven't told all of you guys the story. Like, when it happened, like, I'm not going to go into the specific details of how it started and all that, but...
That's in a previous podcast. It's in one of the podcasts, I'm pretty sure.
Probably, I can't remember, to be honest. That's how bad my...
We go off topic that much with this podcast.
And it doesn't help the fact that my brain sort of just goes... ADHD, guys!
That's the fakest smile.
Oh, that wasn't a fake smile. Oh, my neck.
See?
Oh, nice.
See? This is what I'm talking about. You do one thing, you're like, oh, my neck. Oh. I do more hard labor than you do, and yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, because my back doesn't get the support it needs.
Well,
I'm like you're
give
walking.
It support, emotionally connect with it.
Hold on, let me just pull my spine out. Let me just pull it out. Hey, wait. Hey, spine, what could I possibly help you to make you feel better in life? I'm hearing you. Thank you for your...
I mean, you're doing what I said, so... You give me emotional support because, I never got
This is why I'm the fun one, because I just talk about the most stupidest shit for no apparent reason.
Because you know your spine's fucked and you're saying it needs the support it needs.
Every time you say that, you know what I think?
Support?
No.
What? Help? Put
your hand in the air, bend it, and go, duh. That's all I think about. That one video.
Are you okay?
What was I saying? Before all this. No, before.
I don't know. What were you saying?
I really don't know.
About you were gonna go in about how your
that's what the incident.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. This is how bad my brain is. Oh no, because when the car crashed, bloody, I'm not gonna show photos or anything.
Yeah.
Bloody the guy who was driving my car somehow managed to hit his head and all that.
I mean, driving.
No, because we all had our seatbelt on.
You guys had seatbelts? Yeah, who uses seatbelts? Wear seatbelts, people. It's against the law.
Because, like, what? I was just swinging my arms in the air.
Like you just don't care.
I don't care, to be honest.
Makes sense. That's why.
And like my shoulder legit popped out of place It just quite literally.
You like I said, you were just in that much shock. You know, that's what usually happens.
No,
When
no,
you're
you know what I was saying?
something.
I was like saying, fucking, I was like, cause what? My best friend and another person was there. I'm like, get me out of the vehicle, get me out of the goddamn vehicle. My shoulder's been dislocated. They held me out, and then I ended up on the other side of the vehicle, just sitting there. And my arm was literally like up on my bloody knee, cause if I had it down, it was just so much pain.
Yeah.
And then bloody my best friend ended up putting my jumper like in between my leg and my side of the body
Yeah.
just to give more support. And my holy crap, I was in that much pain and all that stuff. And I called up mum. I'm like, mum, I've just been in a car accident. She was like, what's happening? What's happening? And all that stuff, like as a worried mother would be. And then I ended up going to hospital and all that stuff. Bloody. And then, yeah, it was a fun time.
Fun times, definitely. Like
And then, literally, by the last day of being in the hospital, I just started bawling my eyes out after, because there was just so much stuff going on. I'm like, no, I can't be anymore. I just want to get out.
Yeah, well, I mean, who wants to be in a hospital?
But I mean, all I say is thank you to the nurses and all that who looked after me. Yous were lovely. They were quite lovely, mind
Yeah.
you. But they didn't like my mother.
Oh, fuck, I don't think a lot of people did then.
Yeah.
Let's be simple as this. Your parents have changed from what they were literally back then when we first started talking to how they are now. They're literally like completely different parents.
Well, it wasn't really more the fact that it was my mother. It was just more of my dad, because it just wasn't really a healthy situation at the time
No.
and all that stuff. And this is my new vehicle, guys.
Yo, Mad 2 scooter.
No, I say the Razor.
The Razor.
The Razor.
The classic Razors.
Can't go wrong. But anyway.
Anyway, I think that's good. We're going to wrap it up here with this podcast. It's a bit of a, as always, you know, literally the first 5 minutes was me talking about what was happening with the world and, you know, that stuff. And then the next minute we started
You know what? You
about...
actually can't get at me this time for this, because you were the one that going on ADHD, and then I had to go on about it. So
I said one thing and then you interrupted. Then I went back to talking about bankruptcy. Then you were like, hey, I'm sorry not to interrupt you. With my ADHD, though, you literally just did that.
I can't help it.
Exactly. So I'm not getting up at you for it, but you can't get up at me for it either.
Hey, at least I said it politely. Sorry.
May you please wait for a second. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. Fuck you off. Now back to what we were talking about.
Beep. 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 You know what that sounds like?
What?
The answering machine. Beep. Beep.
Okay.
Young kids who never experienced that.
No.
Yes. Okay. Anyway.
Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this weird episode of the Sleepless Brain podcast while Maddie's there constantly drawing on her board, keeping her brain entertained.
Look, sometimes you're just boring.
You're boring too.
Look, I know that, okay? That's why I had to make the law.
This podcast is getting more and more interesting each week. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes.
Anyway, guys, if you do guys enjoy it, make sure if you're listening to us on Spotify, check out the clips on YouTube. And if you're watching this on YouTube, listen to it on Spotify. I agree. And in that case, guys, we'll catch you in the next episode. What is this episode? Episode 12.
Yes.
We'll see you in episode 13. Maddie, hit the outro.
Matro?
The outro. Hit it with the outro.